And we are live. Welcome, welcome. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Journey to Bliss. And we are continuing this show with Restoring the Magic of Humanity with Diana Pharr and the panel guests that we have. So I'm going to ask each of you guys, including Diana Pharr, to introduce yourself and to also to reintroduce yourself, Diana Pharr, and whatever it is you would like to say in addition to that.
Well, thank you. I'm Diana, and I am a teacher. And I've developed a program for those of you who don't know me, drawing on the ancient systems and translating them into 7 simple movements for contemporary men and women. The system is basic practice. And the goal and objective of the system is to restore, as Ms. Bliss said in the opening, the magic of your humanity. And when I speak of magic, what I'm talking about is the underlying movement of life that is intelligent. We know that the cells in our body know what to do. That's intelligence. When something is moving creatively, that is intelligence. And we have access to that intelligence. And when we align with it, our experience of reality is very different. And I'll be doing a training, inviting the community to do a training. The training is free, and the 7 movements. It's over a period of 7 weeks, beginning this Saturday. People can register. It's only $7 to register, and after that, you have access to the trainings. I'll be accompanied by a woman named Ajua McNeil, who'll be visiting Journey to Bliss next Thursday. You'll have an opportunity to meet her. She does the partner early basic practice for early childhood education. In the evening, there are resource panels with information that people need to navigate this very unusual time that we're in. I mean, as we speak, LA is being devastated by fire. Two of the largest, the large cities in this country, Chicago, LA, New York. I'm in New York, and I think that this is equivalent if the city that I live in was devastated. They're talking about 29,000 acres of land. So we need to arm ourselves with as much information as possible. And I mean, so that's all I have to say. So the two people I'm joined by this evening are two of the presenters for the evening panel, the resource panel. Two talented, brilliant healers. So I'll let them introduce themselves and tell you about what they do and what they'll be contributing to the resource panel. Soraya, why don't you begin? Soraya?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us, Miss Bliss, tonight, and Diana Pharr. Um, yes. My name is Soraya Israel. I am a holistic wellness coach. I help women and families actually connect with what it is that their body needs holistically. Uh, I've been doing this work over 28 years. And I'm a mom of 9, so I've used these various healing modalities that I've been trained in for my family, friends, just teaching people, empowering, one another how we can better take care of ourselves holistically. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to our upcoming event this weekend. So we invite each and every one of you out to join us. We're going to have resources for the community, depending on where you are. You never know where one is maybe located, but we will have resources in different parts of the world that may be a benefit to somebody who may be in need.
And Soraya, share your contact information.
Yes, my contact information, if anyone is interested, is you can email me at bisrael1111 at gmail.com.
Did you say B as in boy?
Yes, B as in boy. Last
BIS?
Mm-hmm. RAEL 1111 at gmail.com.
Or you got the spiritual numbers going on in your email. 1111.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And you got the
So
Miss
let
Bliss.
me
I don't know
know.
what kind of mojo you doing, but you just continue to get younger and younger. I'm telling every
Thank
time I
you.
see, I've been telling her that for a while. Every time I see her, she looks younger and younger.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Greetings, 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 greetings. Yes, 9 children is definitely a blessing, y'all. That's right, y'all. Get it right now.
Cheryl, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Cheryl Smith. Like Diane said, I'm a registered nurse. I'm also certified in therapeutic yoga. I'm currently uh, teaching restorative yoga and yin. It's a couple of them I do can do interchangeably, but restorative is a practice that really helps by using the breath and meditation restoring back our autonomic nervous system since we are mostly always in fight or flight, all the stress and all the things going on in the world today. Using this practice can help bring our bodies and our nervous system back into homeostasis and releasing through the myofascial release through the movement, the myofascial tissue we hold the poses and use the breath, releasing the energy out of any kind of unresolved issues. It can go all the way back to childhood up to now, releasing stress, tension, any kind of trauma, and so forth in your life. So that's the biggest work that I'm doing right now, and to help people to restore their mental health. We have all these mental health issues going on now today, and our emotions all kind of like out of whack. So the issues rest in the tissues. So what we like to do is to
Oh, I love
remove
that.
that.
The issues rest in the tissues. That's the first time I ever heard you say that.
Yes, ma'am.
The issues rest in the tissues.
Yes, ma'am.
I,
So
I love that.
okay, yeah.
I
So
love
we
that.
so we're gonna get the issues out. We're gonna
Cheryl
get
is who, in my inner movement work, which is really the work of ascension, really releasing the blockage of energies throughout the body in general and moving it up the energy centers and into a higher state where we're fully functioning as human beings. But that process, as we're going through that process, each level, energy center correlates to a specific aspect of our being. And a lot of people come up on a bump in that process that they need someone to help them really go in and really break up that blockage and release. And Cheryl's the go-to person for that. I don't do one-on-one work. Well, not at this time at least, but Cheryl goes into the deep connective tissue in release in the body, and she's very good at it. You know, she's got a stellar background. She's a forensic nurse. She's a psychiatric nurse, and she really does what she does a lot better than she shares it. But there's a need for other people that are CYIs. I'm a CYI, but I'm not trained in restorative and trauma release and deep tissue in the body, because part of what people go through that's so difficult for them to course correct their behaviors is because it's embedded in the body. It's in the body, it's in the mind. And even when we reach a point where we can sense the high, we can sense a better part of ourselves, that sometimes it's challenging to access because our nervous system and our neural wiring is conditioned to behave in the old way. So, and Soraya does many, 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 many things. Soraya does many, many things. I am going to share the contact information one more time. And I love that color green. The green
Thank
is,
you.
I love that. Um, I will say that the morning session on Saturday, Soraya will be sharing foods that help support nitrogen production in the blood, which is very much connected to the process of breath. So she'll be sharing the nutritional part of that. Um, Cheryl will be assisting with some of the movement. Winter Paris will also be with us. She'll be working with the breath. And I think Kathy will be doing some sound. I don't know if she's going to be in the morning or in the evening, but it will be a very, very powerful session. It'll be a collaborative session. It just won't be myself because this is a time, we're in a historical epoch where I continue to say what we need now most is each other, that this will be a collaboration. I won't be teaching solo. It'll be a group. And in the evening, we're starting out with resources for children and elders. So again, people can register at all events. And I don't know if that is allevents.com or if you put in all events, it'll come up. Go to the all events website and um, you can register put in Restoring the Magic of Your Humanity at the All Events website. I'm also beginning to generate a mailing list for people who want to do a practitioner training in basic practice. I haven't set a date for it, but I will be teaching a certification class in um, restoring the magic of your humanity. So people that want to do that or interested in that can contact me at the email that's going around dfar8@aol.com. And I am going to leave you women to talk and get to know each other better. And Miss Bliss, thank you for holding space for our project. It's dearly appreciated.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
Everybody, have a good night.
Good night.
You too. Good night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we actually have a question here, and I think so. Like a deep tissue massage. I think this might be for Cheryl. You mentioned tissue or deep tissue, so you want to clarify for the brothers and sisters
Yes,
exactly
ma'am.
what that means, or if that's anything like a massage. I don't think so, but
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can clarify that. No, it's not. It's not massage. If you're familiar with yoga, yoga consists of poses that you get in the body. The poses. So the what restorative does, we hold the pose. We use a lot of props. We use the breath. We do, meditation, and you are getting positioning yourself in the pose and holding it for a certain period of time, allowing the deep connective tissue to get in. You're going into the muscles. You're going inside the body, but you're using movement and the breath as if you were going to a regular yoga class. The difference with restorative is that, like I said, you hold the pose. It's more of a meditative to release the stored energy, to releasing the blockages. But it's not massage. I won't be doing. We won't be doing any massage. We're just using props to position the body a certain way.
oh,
I know
okay,
it
that's very
sounds. I hope
interesting.
that can get through you. It's a very subtle art, um, but very, very effective and very, very beneficial to our mental health.
Okay, and I have a question because I remember a brother speaking about the myofascia, which I
Mhm.
heard you mention.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
could you explain to everyone exactly what that is?
Okay,
Because I
so
know a lot of people
my
probably are not familiar with it.
okay, so myo just means muscle. So and then fascia is the deep connective tissue inside the body. That's the tissue that holds. everything that we have inside. It holds it all together.
Mm-hmm.
You got your superficial, then you got the deep. So that's why I said we be going into the deep with the position. It's the fascia inside. It's your connective tissue inside the body.
Wow, that's so
And
interesting.
you're reaching the muscle. Myo just means muscle, you see.
Mm-hmm.
So you're reaching you get into the muscles, the joints. Um, you get inside the body. You open up those inner meridians, opening up the chakras. Certain ones. It's a pose almost for every ailment, and also reaches the chakras. Did that help? Did that explain?
Yes, that's like interesting. So is this done, can it be done virtually, or do the person have to be there in
Yes.
the room with you to receive
No, yes,
specific
ma'am. I'm
instruction?
doing it virtually. That's what I'm doing, one-on-ones now, and I'm doing it virtually. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
So see,
Wow. No, I think that's
because see, I can guide them through. It's just like as if I were in person. Like we're doing
right.
everything else. It's like we're almost in person, so I can guide. That's why I do the one-on-ones to give them that attention to the person to go into the deep with it. It's definitely virtual.
Wow. I think that's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, Soraya, I ain't forget about you. You're gonna have to list those things that you listed for me. Break it down for our brothers and sisters to get an idea where you fall in place with the multiple abilities that you have for our people.
So, the various healing modalities that I've been trained in are like Reiki, singing bowls, dance and movement. I teach belly dance and womb yoga. Um, I also use crystals and flower remedies and herbs and food because food is really our medicine, when we allow it to be, or it can be our poison, whichever we choose. So I am also trained in culinary arts. So not only do I like to make my food look good, but I like for it to be healthy for you to eat, as well as your family. So those are just a few of the things that I do, as well as like retreats and things of that nature, rites of passage programs for women, um, just showing women how to reconnect with themselves, how to heal themselves, and how to heal their families.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
goodness, the rites of passage is something we're gonna need and we deserve. And I love that.
Ashe,
That sounds like a
ashe.
beautiful, beautiful journey.
Thank you.
Ashe.
Yes,
Ashe.
ashe.
So I have a question in terms of the food. So I was recently around a brother who does something called spiritual meat eating. So he's not a vegan, but he
Mm-hmm.
eats meat, and it's like this spiritual thing that goes on with him. So when you say prepare food for everyone, is it like vegan, or is it more like a spiritual meat eating, or is it anything like that at all? It's just meat, you cooking from love.
Cooking from the earth. Cooking from the earth. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and grains.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Fruits, vegetables,
Wow.
nuts, seeds, grains. You can make your food taste delicious. It can be raw, it can be cooked, it could be, it could be juiced. I teach a variety of healing methods. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time I was traveling and I ate raw vegan. And
Mm-hmm.
I was a little bit like, like I don't know if I could do this because I'm so used to warm food. My food being cooked, and even though it's like vegan food, I still have that desire, and I didn't know if I would embrace it, but it was actually pretty good. Like they were
Mm-hmm.
like making like almost every regular food that we would get out of here just raw.
Mm-hmm.
When you think raw, you think, ooh, raw. It's not cooked. It's no good for us.
Mm-hmm.
But raw food could actually be the best thing that you could have because when you're cooking it, sometimes adding heat could take away from some of those nutrients and minerals. So I began to embrace it.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
So you offer cooking classes.
I teach cooking classes as well as locally providing different foods like veggie chili cheese conies. Me and my husband, we have a business where we make veggie chili cheese conies. Yes. hmm And catering, we do catering locally as well.
Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. You're making me hungry. Veggie chili cheese.
hmm
Yeah, I could taste it
Yes.
right now. I could taste it right now. That sounds delicious. Especially for me, while I was on the journey of transitioning from eating pork, that's right, y'all. I grew up on pork chops, pig feet. I grew up on all of that. So it
hmm
was the process for me to transition to get off of all of those foods, the pork, the beef, the chicken, all of this. And part of the difficulty was learning how to prepare better foods, because everyone was telling me, oh, what are you going to do? Eat salad every day all your life? And this is what they planted in my head, that the only thing, if you wanted to eat clean, that was available to eat was lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers. Boring lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers. So it's good to see that you're presenting to the brothers and sisters something other than what we might believe is out there if you want to start eating clean.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. It's actually my passion. When I was a child, I found myself having tonsillitis and strep throat year after year and going to the doctor, for a cure or some help. And I didn't get it. It wasn't until I learned how to eat, how to clean my diet up, what to avoid, and what to put in, that I no longer have strep throat or any of those things. And if I have an inkling of something going on, I know what to do to get rid of it. Yes. So I give thanks.
Ashe.
Yes. Ashe.
Ashe. You know what's so funny? Diana was like, you and I are alike. Do you know,
Uh-huh.
as a child, I got the sore throat, the strep throat, like every single winter season. Every single, yes. And then it got to the point where the doctors would see me so often and see my sister that they offered to remove our tonsils, because they said if
Yes.
they removed it,
Mhm.
it would be better for us. And my
Mhm.
dad, being, part Native American and part Haitian, he's like, no, he wasn't going for it. And so thank goodness, we didn't have those surgeries. But you're right, like because of the foods that, we were eating, that's why we were getting sick. Same thing every single year. The sore throat,
Mhm.
the strep throat, and it feels terrible.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It feels
Yes, it
terrible.
does. And dairy products was the number one culprit. I wish one time, just once, I would have been told that it was the dairy products versus given ice cream, right? Ice cream, which is going to clog the lymphatic system and it's going to keep you sick. Where I can take in some warm lemon and honey with some ginger and, you know, some um, some peppermint or some mullein if there's some congestion to help myself open up. And garlic for me worked like penicillin because I'm allergic to penicillin. And I'm not sure how many other people out there maybe where your throat starts to feel like it's closing up. Yeah. So garlic what became my go-to. Yes.
Wow,
I'm
that's
grateful.
so interesting. Shout out to the sister Karen who's listening right now. I just spent a couple hours with her, and she was just telling me that she just had like a lot of garlic and that it was sort of like cleansing her system. So it's so interesting that, you're mentioning that tonight.
hmm Yes.
Wow. Wow. Yeah,
hmm
thank you so much. And you're right, the dairy, because every time moving forward, so we were off the dairy, but every time moving forward, if we ate out, and when you eat out, you don't know necessarily what they're putting in the food. And
hmm
if there was a little bit of dairy in the food, immediately I would have a reaction.
hmm
Immediately. So you're right about the dairy. If we could just get the dairy out of our system.
hmm Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This bliss
So I
is
want to
not
bounce back
one
to
group.
you. Oh, go ahead. You want to say something?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now I was going to say, so I wanted to bounce back to you, Cheryl, if there's Anything you
Oh,
want additional you wanted to share in regards to your services?
yeah, this is what I wanted to see. Yes, I did. Thank you. I was sitting here thinking, and he's talking about the massage. Now, when I'm doing, if I am in person with the one-on-one, I can use acupressure on with the person in order to, and then acupressure is just, putting your hands in that, certain spot and just applying a little bit of pressure. You don't, it's not gonna hurt, but don't do it hard. We use the heels of the hands and just applying a little bit of pressure to the site to help that also will help release that energy out, to help release the negative energy, all the emotional baggage, I call it, that we've got stored up here. So it will help, release whatever the person needed, at that time. I remember when I first started releasing um, emotionally through therapeutic yoga, I was in the studio and I just started boohooing. All of a sudden, I was in a being pose, and it was a hip opener, open up the hips, because the hips is one of the places that another one of the places where those deep relational emotions are withheld. So I remember I was in there, and all of a sudden I just started crying. I mean, I was like, why in the world am I in the yoga studio crying like this? They're gonna throw me out. And so I was, because that was the first for me. So you might, experience, it was a release happening. You can experience that kind of you know, that kind of release or any kind of visceral response, seeing colors, seeing the memories may come back. All sorts of things can happen like that when you when you're doing the practice. When you even in the
Wow.
session, and then and then just in case if you didn't experience something just right there that at that moment while you're in that session, then later on things I've had people tell me, then oh well, this is what happened, afterwards, or it's something that you'll be able to carry with you and you incorporate it into your lifestyle. See, so you can, you just use it to live, to help you live. Yeah. Releasing all that
Wow.
anxiety and tension. Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. It's absolutely amazing the way you can just do certain moves or certain touches or do different things to your body and have this like successful experience, because everybody's thinking, oh, well, I get up, I take a shower, I prepare food, I go to work, I'm moving. So what's the problem, Bliss? Why am I not having these wonderful experiences? So it has something to do with the movement that's special in yoga. Am I
Yes,
correct? It's
yes,
not
ma'am.
just because you're moving
That's
every
exactly
day.
right, ma'am. What'd you say, Miss Bliss?
I said it's not just like you need to move every day. It's special movements that do special things, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is. It is. Well, I practice yoga almost every day, but one doesn't have to. But it's easy to incorporate it in your like when you get up in the morning and connecting with your breath or do your little prayer meditation, you can, just do some stretches, light stretches, or take one pose. You can take one pose and get a bunch of stuff out of it. Just from one pose, you can get a great release from one pose, holding it 3 or 4 minutes. We hold them from like, well, if you just start, you just might do 1 minute. You can do 1 minute, 2 minutes, three. We time it according to, where the person is. If somebody's new with it, then they wouldn't be holding the pose for no 10 minutes or anything like that. But
Okay.
so it's to what the audience, your client need at at that time, and it's the audience that you're serving. So whatever they needing, he or she, the student need at the time is how we.
Wow. It's
Mhm.
so interesting because like in the past when I took yoga classes, to me the movements was like, upward dog, downward dog, like warrior pose. And I don't ever remember in all of the yoga classes I've taken in the past where no matter how far advanced the class was, we were holding positions for more than like, I'd say like more than 3 minutes usually. So I didn't know that if you held the position longer, that actually has a deeper effect, because I
Yes,
noticed that
ma'am.
when I used to
It
watch the
does.
movies in
Mm-hmm.
another country,
Mm-hmm.
they would hold some positions for a long time. And I used to think to myself, why are they in this position for so long?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's why the longer you can stay there with it, the more you, cause see, you got to give your body time. Cause see, we have, like I said, we have all this, we have a machine inside of us. We got all these systems within us. And so you got to give it time to kind of, through the breath, giving it time to reach. You're reaching in, going inside deep in the body. So that's why that's why it's longer. You're giving it time. You're not rushing. You stand in a meditative state and just a straight focus on what you want to achieve out of that pose. Hmm.
Mm, okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna pay a lot more attention now when I do my yoga practices. But because like all of the teachers I've had, they were in and out of moves and positions. So I'm actually gonna reflect and spend a lot more time on certain positions that I really want to work on in certain areas of my body.
And you want to go really slow with it. This is not fast paced like like say some of them they just go 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 and not ever even being still, giving the body time. But it's the stillness and the breath that's key with this, and it's a very very slow. That's we have props with the bolsters, blankets, blocks, whatever you use. You're gonna position that body in a safe and comfortable position as possible, and just doing your meditation breath work, and that allows those inner meridians to open up to release that energy out of the tissues.
Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And so just to confirm, so when you say the breathing or the breath work, are you talking about the breathing where we take in a deep breath and our belly goes out, or like what type of breathing do are
Yes,
we
ma'am.
talking
That's what
about
I'm.
here?
Yes, ma'am. I'm talking about, yes, our natural proper way to breathe. Yes, ma'am. When you
Okay.
when you breathing in, where the belly, right, the belly goes up, and you're bringing it from deep from the below the navel. Be bringing that breath down from the belly, the depths of the belly, actually all
Mm.
the way into another like in the they don't talk about this one too much, but we have a pelvic diaphragm also, and so the pelvic diaphragm is way below our the of the chest. See, it's down below the navel. So when you're breathing in, that about your bottom, the legs of the stomach go up, and then your chest, go up, then shoulders, and stuff all the way up to the nostrils. That's why I say it's a slow movement. You need to even breathe in slow and breathe out slow.
And that's called the pelvic breath, pelvic breathing.
Well, no, I was just saying you can start. No, well, I'm just saying that's just the breath, period. But when I said the pelvis, I'm saying that uh, that's a deeper place to really pull up the breath is in the pelvic floor. All of the midsection and below the middle of the body there is what holds the top and the bottom. So below the navel, we have a diaphragm there. We have the diaphragm in our chest. How we have the chest, the torso, where we have we just think of it, the breath being there, but we have a diaphragm that's deeper than we have other diaphragms to call on in the body. So when you can come from the deep, that's a place people have to learn because it's one of those that hadn't been. I learned that in the training, in the advanced training, and so that's the difference. And you can tell the difference. The deeper you go with it, the better. But it's like once again, it's an art and it's practice.
Yes. Wow. Thank you so much. That's so much about the breath that I didn't know.
Yes, ma'am.
Other than what I told you, like I learned how to breathe in and out, with the belly, which is how the babies breathe when they're brought into this world. But it's so much to learn about breath work. There's like a siren going on. Can you guys hear that siren? That must be a sign that we're all
That's
supposed to be breathing.
All right.
That's
yes.
a sign, guys. We're all supposed to be doing deep breaths and breathing exercises
That's
because
right. It means
breathing
because
helps to calm you
hmm
down, right?
it really does bring a calm. And see, we have so many. Except we have the accessory muscles at the, the clavicle right at your shoulders. Those are accessory muscles, but we wouldn't have to use those accessory muscles so much if we understood about the from the floor of the pelvis, that particular diaphragm.
Mm. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Yeah. A lot of the tension we hold here in our neck and
Yes, ma'am.
our
That's right.
shoulders.
Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh. Hmm.
Hmm.
And me having some respiratory issues, um, then I was definitely had to use, well, I had to use every other diaphragm that I can come up with. And so really the accessory muscles at the shoulders were, I was leaning in on them pretty good when I first got that diagnosis. I was breathing from there, but that's not where we want to be continually breathing from. And
Hmm.
so as I learned how to go deeper than that, then that's key.
Mm. Mm. Um, do you know anything about? There was someone who was speaking to me about breathing, but they were trying to instruct me about sort of holding the one nostril and breathing through the other one,
Yes, you
and
can
then
do that
flipping it
too.
over.
Yes, ma'am.
What is
Yes.
the name of that? What is it called?
I can't get the name of it on me right now, but I know what it is, but that one won't come to me too fast.
Hmm.
But I know what you're talking about. I know how to do it, how you hold. You put your
Hmm.
thumb on one nostril and the two fingers to the index and the mid finger will just rest on the forehead, and then you've got your thumb um, on the nostril there, and it's like a breath.
Hmm.
If I got the right nostril held holding, and I'm gonna breathe into the left one, and then
Yes.
if I breathe in there, but then I'll change. I'll blow out. I'll breathe out in the right nostril, and then you're
Yes.
gonna breathe out of the opposite one. I'm sorry, I can't get the name of that one right now, but that's what you're doing. You're doing more at a time. You're just kind of holding that one nostril to breathe in, and then when you breathe out, let that side go and breathe out of that side. Did that make some sense? Did that make any sense, Miss Bliss?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I don't always remember the steps and the procedures. That's why I always try to like ask someone if they know about it to help me recall what exactly is going on. But I'm more of a just deep breathing kind of person. So the deep breaths and the deep breathing, or the fire breaths, which probably everybody now knows about the
Yeah,
fire
the five
breaths.
breath. Oh, now those are excellent. And yes, and Soraya knows all about the breath too. So if you had anything to add to that, but yeah,
Mhm.
do those learn them five breaths with Queen.
Yes. Yes.
So, so it's a lot of different breathing techniques to be done that people just, are not aware of, and every last one of them are very, very helpful, just beneficial.
Mhm.
Can't
Yeah.
live without them. Yeah.
Ooh, let me tell you, those fire breaths be having me sweating. My belly's all tight, and then I'm like, at first I was like, is it me? Like, because I'm so used to just doing the big deep breaths. When I start those fire breaths, and then I think Diana Farr recommended I get Queen of Foods. She has like a spray, a mint spray or something like something you put in your mouth to help you get through it,
Breath of
like a
life.
mint.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah,
The
that's
breath
what
of life.
Soraya was calling. Yeah, the breath of life.
Hmm. Hmm.
The breath of life,
Yes.
Right.
exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Let me tell y'all take breathing for granted. I'm telling you,
Yes.
you have no idea
Yes,
until
ma'am.
you've actually started to really learn how to breathe. The difference in what your body will receive in terms of the benefits of healing.
Mhm.
That's all I got to
Yes.
say.
And most people really don't know how to breathe because they're breathing backwards. Like we say, it comes from down. Your tummy goes up first, but we've been doing it the opposite way, and that's what's
Mhm.
got us all blocked up and stopped up. So We had to learn it. We have to learn the way to do it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, so beautiful.
Mhm.
Um, is there one more thing, Sarai? I think you mentioned another thing besides herbology, besides cooking. Was there another thing that you mentioned?
Was it belly dancing or iridology, kinesiology?
Iridology.
Yes.
Iridology. Yes.
Hmm.
Could you share with us exactly what is iridology and how do you use it in terms of assisting the people and healing them?
Hmm. Um, Usually doing like a holistic wellness consultation if you're local. I like to use where it's just iridology is actually the study of the iris of the eye. So you're actually looking at the iris of the eye, and what can happen is when the body is in a state of healing or whatever state the body is in, it'll show up in the iris of the eye. So taking a lens and a light, you have to look real closely, but you can look into the eyes. You can tell various things that are going on within the system, um, such as like if there's not enough oxygen getting to the brain, or if there's constipation, or if say for instance a person is holding on to their emotions. All of those things show up in the iris of the eye, and it'll pull on the intestinal tract. It's very interesting.
What?
Hmm.
All of
You
that
can
from
see
looking? See,
all of that. You
that's
can
why
see if
I
something's
can't.
healing. Hmm. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's a lot of
Hmm.
stuff just from looking in the eyes.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when you go out on a date with somebody, look into their eyes. You can get so much information from the eyes alone.
Hmm. Yes. Yes.
Wow, that's very interesting. So you can kind of do like a consultation with someone by
Hmm.
looking at their eyes. Do you
Hmm.
use a special light or anything?
I use a light and a lens, hmm like a
Okay,
magnifying glass, something that'll bring it like really close up. Hmm.
okay, okay. So this is
But I
the
also,
in-person consultation, right?
yes, that's for in person. If you're not in person, I use kinesiology, which is muscle testing. You can use the body, you can use items, but that's one of the tools that I use to assess, the body, the mind, the spirit. Me and Cheryl both, we were trained by Queen Afua, so being a holistic medicine woman, yes,
Yes. Shout
yes,
out to
we
Queen of
use
Food, guys.
shout out. Yes, yes. We
Nice.
use all of our tools out of our medicine bag. Hmm.
Nice, 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 nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think how long does it take to run this exam on people when when you're checking them out? Is it like an
Yeah,
hour long or anything?
about an hour. About an hour, hour and a half, because we also go over diet and nutrition. We talk about what you're eating. We talk about a lot. Hmm. Body, mind, and
Wow,
spirit. Hmm.
that's amazing. Have you ever heard of the so I'm obviously in the business of psychedelics, and a lot of times we serve other medicines, psychoactives,
Hmm.
mile inhibitors. We do serve eye medicine. So there are two eye medicines that I usually serve, which is the honey that we use, and also we use another medicine called Sananga. And so both of these medicines are similar, and yet they have some slight differences. They both heal nearsightedness, farsightedness, cataract, glaucoma. But then one assists us with the inner anger that a lot of people are dealing with, and the other one helps to assist with opening the third eye. So when you're doing the iridology, can you see things like if someone comes to you and says, "Oh, the doctor said I had a cataract or a glaucoma or nearsightedness or farsightedness," you can see these also without with your tools, just the same as a regular doctor, or is it not the same?
No, it's not the same. It's not the
Okay.
same. You can see other things that are going on, like if an arm is broken or a leg is broken. You can see if something is going on in the womb or any part of the body and whether or not it's healing or not. You can see if there's toxins in a certain part of the body. You can see if you have parasites, like parasites also show up in the iris of the eye. Hmm.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah. And they can live in the
Wait,
brain, they can live anywhere in the body.
are they moving or are they just like a, when you
No,
think
they're
about
not moving.
parasites,
No, they're
they
not
are?
moving. No, they're not
Okay.
moving. Mm-mm. No, they're not
Okay.
moving. They just show up in the eye. Hmm.
Okay. Got you. Got you. Got you.
Hmm.
Is this Carolyn, Tea Time and Dolls? How are you guys? Brothers and sisters, please welcome Carolyn. Tea Time and Dolls is her YouTube channel. She was on the show with us a couple of days with Diana Pharr. Greetings, beautiful souls. Yoga is meant to heal. But what has happened over the years, it's been hyped in a different way, that it has been commercialized when they took out the spiritual connection.
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
so we're gonna jump back to Cheryl on that note because I will be honest with you. Every time I have had a yoga teacher, it was more of the about the physical movement. So
Mhm.
what is she talking about when she says the spiritual connection?
Yeah, yeah. Once again, being in the pose and beginning and connecting with the breath, and you might be repeating some mantras. You going into your spirit, opening up your heart to the spirit of all of it. And so I think they're not taking time to let people be still. This requires a lot of stillness. And so, but if you're just rushing through it, you're not having a chance to tap into your, all forgiveness kind of things when she's talking about the spirit. Could be forgiveness of someone or of yourself. Those type of issues that we may have that can help us spiritually. By being in a lot of grief, unforgiveness, but causes a lot of uh, with the thyroid. So not thyroid, excuse me, arthritis. Yeah, excuse me, thank you. So all this connects. If you're talking, you're gonna think about forgiveness, then arthritis is one physical, and then the forgiveness thing is spiritual, and then mentally, come bringing all of it together. Then that's how you doing spirit, mind, and body. I hope I got that out good enough.
Wow.
What you got?
Yeah, no, because it's interesting because I know a lot of the brothers and sisters out here who are going to yoga classes and they're going to the same type of yoga classes that I went to, where we learn more of the physical aspects of it. And what happens is that when no one goes deeper with the spiritual connection, you assume this is more of a physical journey and about like getting your
I mean,
body physically the strength.
that's just being kind. Kindness is another one. Just being kind. That's so spiritual. Being true to ourselves. Just opening up, being truthful about everything. Regarding ourselves for growth. So that's where that spiritual part coming in at. Truth.
Yes, that actually is a direct connection to the event that you guys are doing. You know what? Is this scrolling at the bottom? So the restoring the magic of your humanity. Humanity means basically being a human, being compassionate, being loving, being nurturing, being caring, treating other people like you generally have some type of empathy for them when they're actually going through something.
That's right.
So, yeah. So, in doing yoga, you begin to go through this process, right?
Yes, ma'am. Every last one that you named. That's exactly right. Thank you for helping me out. That's right. Every last one of them. That's when the
Yes.
spirit comes in. Because you want to treat people the way you want to be treated. And sometimes in the traditional places that we go for spirit, it's just not, it's not taught kind of this way. Not taught like that.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm
Wow.
just
This is great. Like I can just imagine. So, a lot of times when I go away to retreats, the medicine retreats, we have the right foods there, right? And of course, we do prayer, we receive the medicine, and we have some type of movement of some type of exercise or breath work and everything. And it sounds like restoring the magic of humanity is like a mini retreat that people can go to online, where they could also receive a certain level of information and education, you know, to better themselves basically, or put themselves and their family in a better position. Oh,
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Cheryl, what is your contact information? Do you want to put your email or your website or?
I can do the email and the phone number. It's actually my name, Cheryl, Cheryl Rose, Rose Smith,
Cheryl Rosd.
Se, like the rose,
Wait a
Cheryl
minute.
Rose Smith,
Oh, Rose. Okay, like the
Rose,
flower, the
yes,
plant. Okay,
like a
Cheryl
flower,
Rose. Go ahead.
yes, ma'am. Cheryl Rose, and then Smith, Smith, at
Okay.
live.com.
All right, guys. So that is Cheryl. Make sure I got it right. Cheryl Rose Smith at live.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. And do you do one-on-one sessions, or is it more like class
I do
sessions, group sessions?
one-on-one.
Okay.
And I like the one-on-one even better. I can do small classes, of course, but my deeper one, or my go-to, the one that I can reach people. You can reach people even a lot deeper when you got the one-on-one. There's something about that intimacy. So I like small intimate groups, but I definitely one-on-one we can get. We can dig pretty deep.
Mhm. Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. So are you, where are you located at, Cheryl?
And give them the help that they need too. By the way, because see, people get lost in the shuffle. That's why in some of the classes things are missed. Because anyway, but let me go back and answer your question. What did you say? You said where I
One-on-one
live?
gets more personalized experience. Now I was saying where are you located at? What city or state are you in?
I'm in South Carolina.
Okay.
I am down in the
Okay.
South, South Kakalaki.
Yeah, I love South Carolina. You know, I got family down there. Yes,
They say
one-on-one gets more personalized experience.
that, yeah, and they can, give them that attention to really. Yeah. They say we slower down here in the South, but so. Oh,
I agree. I agree with you 100%. And Soraya, where are you located at?
that's all right.
I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay.
Hmm.
All right, guys. So, both of these ladies will be on with restoring the magic of your humanity. At the bottom, we are scrolling the link. I believe you might be able to just copy that link and go on there and register. It is $7 to register. Once you register, you can then share the link with your brothers, your sisters, your children. It is a family friendly event, child friendly. So you don't have to worry about anything kind of crazy being said or anything going on. They have some great information for your children. They have some great information regarding adoption. We had Nashante, who was on before, spoke about adoption. We had Tam, who was on here previously and spoke about home attendant and care of the elder. Of course, we had Carolyn, who Tea Time and the Dolls, who was on for creativity in your arts. So you guys can register. It's scrolling at the bottom. If you have any problems, if you have any questions, I have one email here. I'm going to put Cheryl's email up again. And we also have Diana Pharr's email scrolling at the bottom, DPHAR, the number 8 at AOL.com. You guys, brothers and sisters, please support, share this video, share the information. If you pay for the event, the $7, be sure to share it with your family, friends, partners. There will be financial information on there. If you're interested in traveling, there will be information about traveling abroad. I mean, did I forget anything? Is there anything? Food? Okay, I forgot food. All right, we're gonna throw food in there. So food, yoga. Did I forget anything? Anything else that we should mention?
I just wanted to say that with the restorative, um, all ages and different diseases or illnesses that you do have, it's not like you can't do. You're not like some things that if it's wrong with you, the doctor say we can't don't do this or don't do that. The thing about the restorative yoga is you can do it from your bed if you need to. You can be it's for all ages, even children. I even work with my grands even love it. A couple of them like to get on the floor and do so. It's for all age, it's for everyone, and it usually helps with your physical ailments. So it's for everyone.
Nice, 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 nice. Yes, all ages, guys, from the little children all the way up to the elderly,
So
all
yeah,
shapes and sizes. Like it doesn't matter what your
yes,
size is. Don't feel
that's right.
any type of way because you know how women get self-conscious.
Yes, yes, I
That
understand.
doesn't matter, y'all. So just come out, do the work, participate, get involved, come in and learn so that you can progress forward, so that you can expand in your knowledge, so that you can become healthy in your lifestyle, so that you can have better relationships, a better, more powerful support team. I encourage you guys. What more could I say?
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So is there anything you guys want to say in closing before we end the show?
I think that's it. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. Thank you and Diana for allowing us to be here to do this. Thank you very much.
Yes. Ashe. Yes. Thank you for having us. Thank you for
Oh,
having us and your lovely guests.
no. Actually,
Yes.
thank you guys for coming on. I think that you guys have been absolutely wonderful. I think what you're doing is beautiful. It's what the community needs. And the fact that you guys have had so many years experience and training from some of our most powerful people in the community means that you are presenting stellar opportunities and great work for us to be able to move forward in the future. So thank you for coming on the show, guys.
Thank you for having
All
me.
right, guys.
Thank you.
We're going to say good
Peace. You're
night and
welcome.
bid you farewell. We'll see
Good
you
night.
next time. Mwah.
Yes.
Have a
Peace.
good night, guys.
Mwah. Good
Peace
night.
and blessings.
Peace and love.
Okay. Uh, that's all right.
Okay, we are, let me see if it's going off. It's about to go off. All right. All right, we having trouble connecting. Let's see here. Is this going off or what? All right.